You may have no particular interest in the Summer Olympics coming up on July 27th in London of this year. You certainly have heard about, you certainly know about, or maybe even remember yourself what happened at the Olympics 40 years ago. I'm talking, of course, about the Munich massacre. September 5th, 1972, when 11 Israeli athletes and coaches were murdered in cold blood by the Palestinian terrorists who invaded the Building 31 of the Olympic Village. Was a horrible, horrible day and a horrible thereafter. Many of us remember the correspondent covering the Olympics, Jim McKay, who said, "Our worst fears have been realized. They're all gone." No one would debate about how difficult that time was, and yet there was a debate 34 hours later when the International Olympic Committee decided to resume the Games, and many athletes indeed were even conflicted about continuing. But in my opinion, there can be no question and no debate about the request being made this year, as has been done in the past, for at least a commemoration of one moment of silence at the 40th anniversary of that massacre. In the opening ceremonies of the Olympic Games, it's been requested that they just spend 1 minute to remember what happened at that time. The Israeli foreign minister and two of the widows of the fallen slain Israeli athletes have requested it, and once again that request has been denied. It's amazing. This denial, at best, can be called nonsense. At worst, it can be called anti-Semitism. It's a reminder of where we stand in the world. More often than not, we stand alone. Isn't it possible to give them finally their due? Isn't it possible to send a message to the world about how we commemorate these types of things and how horrible these things are, and we hope that they'll never be repeated? I think it's an important message to be sent. I don't see any conflict, and I can't imagine why we can't do it. These athletes, they came to the Olympics in peace, but they left in coffins. Can we not spare a minute in their memory? Agree? Disagree? Let us know what you think. Certainly, something to think about.